my Scarlet Pimpernel superhero project, I chose Sherlock Holmes. You can see him right here. Sherlock Holmes is a fictional detective of the late 19th and early 20th century. Holmes is known for his great knowledge of logic and astute observations to bring everything together and solve cases. He's also a very complex and moody person who, although of strict habit, is very untidy, which could be used as a mask. The masks of Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Holmes wears two different types of masks. They are both figurative. He pretends he doesn't care about detective work anymore, and he makes his room and everything else untidy to make it seem like he's not qualified for doing detective work. He wears both of these masks for the same cause, to make sure he doesn't have to do detective work. Sherlock Holmes' backstory. There's not much known about Sherlock Holmes' backstory, so we're not sure why he wears his masks and stuff. Well, besides wanting to not do detective work, we're not sure why. He's so lazy. Okay, and then Scarlet Pimpernel. I don't know. I imagine that's what Sir Percy might look like. Sir Percy Blakeney is a kind, strong, lazy-eyed Englishman who was thought to be stupid but was obviously not, because he's the one and only Scarlet Pimpernel. And then the Scarlet Pimpernel's mask. Sir Percy Blakeney wore a mask of stupidity. He wears this mask to protect himself from the hundreds of French detectives that are chasing him, including the evil and cunning Chauvelin, so he does not get captured and sent to the guillotine. Okay, reasons for Sir Percy's mask. He wears his mask to hide his very big brain. And then, picture of a guy with a big brain. And then, why Sir Percy hides his big brain. He hides his big brain because if you were a dumb, dim-witted person, you're going to be the last person the French expect to be the Scarlet Pimpernel. If you were a very smart person, you would make other people be suspicious. So he had to, downsize his brain when he wasn't saving people from the guillotine. But when he's the Scarlet Pimpernel, he can be as smart as he wants. Examples of Sherlock Holmes and Sir Percy's masks. Sherlock Holmes' masks, examples, when he gets drunk or goes and fights for money, it shows how he is untidy. And when he spends months in his room, it shows how he doesn't care for detective work anymore. Examples of Sir Percy's mask. Sir Percy's mask is his stupidity. One example of Sir Percy's mask is when Chauvelin was going to find the Scarlet Pimpernel in the game room at Lord Grenville's ball, and Sir Percy was sleeping in the corner of the room, but Chauvelin didn't expect him to be the Scarlet Pimpernel, so he ignored him and waited, and he never found the Scarlet Pimpernel. Alright, and the similarity of Sherlock and Percy. Both Sherlock Holmes and Sir Percy are similar in a few ways. One way is their great use of logic, and the other reason is they both always have good disguises. And then there's example of Sir Percy and example of Sherlock Holmes disguises.
Yeah.
And then, did you get it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then, that concludes my presentation. The end.